We're celebrating this.
That's correct.
What was the most that Shaq had back in the Hack-a-Shack era? I don't know. Did he ever put 43?
I don't think so. I can't imagine. No, I don't think so. But I'll look into that. Yeah, that's a good question. All right, Sheriff Suika, what do you got?
All right, so I'm the ugly. So we got, the whole charges with Darren Lee with the whole charged with murdering his girlfriend. Yeah. Well, we have a bit more to this. Apparently, Darren consulted ChatGPT for advice, was saying things saying she was self-inflicted injuries, when the logistics of it, and even said in ChatGPT, I didn't do anything. It was self-inflicted. Asked, what do I do in this situation?
So he AI'd how to get through a murder.
To cover it up, pretty much.
Well, Brady, you're all about AI, man. So
apparently you think they're too busy just trying to, pleasure each other.
I mean, I'd rather have him send me a crank pic than cover up a murder scene. I'll be honest. Hey, it's Jonas Knox. You ever feel like running a business is just nonstop? Every day's game day? That's why going pro with Lenovo Pro just makes sense. You get real one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and gear that's built to help you stay ahead of the competition. So whether you're scaling up, hiring up, or just trying to keep up, go pro. Because when your tech works harder, your business does too. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. So sign up free today at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Southbound on 183 at I-35, an accident here. It is blocking the center lane. Stop-and-go traffic back to Lamar, about a 4 to 5 minute delay so far. Airport Boulevard at Springdale Road, an accident there. And good news on Grand Avenue Parkway at West Pflugerville Parkway. That accident from earlier has been cleared. Lee Raza, Austin Traffic.
This report sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
Las Culturistas. Matt and Bowen have updated the rules of culture, and you are currently in violation. Catch up immediately. Search Las Culturistas on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Right now at Steel Round Rock GMC, the road to a new GMC has never been better. You get the Steel Standard, over $1,400 in protection for free, plus huge discounts, like $13,000 off 2026 GMC 1500s or $5,000 off 2026 GMC Canyons. We've also made it easier than ever to find a vehicle to fit your budget, like a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 lease for just $249 a month, because everything we do is driven by you. Steel GMC and Round Rock. GMC, we are professional grade.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Run, don't mosey. The Texas sale is on its specs. Cheers to savings.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Deep Cuts, featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, The Stones, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Deep Cuts, and listen now.
iHeartRadio.
Free never sounded so good.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. Good morning, Kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a way back Wednesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Football is back on the practice field today, but we'll hear some more from Coach Sark as he talks about his defense. Texas men's basketball starts the SEC tournament tonight at 6, and you can hear all the action right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman joins us at 7:34. Madison Booker has a new deal at the University of Texas. Texas baseball stays perfect after a trip to San Marcos. NFL craziness, and now what happens next? Spurs and the Celtics battle, and Jaylen Brown loses it. Bam did what? And Mark DeRosa, the manager of the World Baseball Team, he kind of put his foot in his mouth. We'll talk about it. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. And if you want to go see the Black Crows and Whiskey Myers, well, you got to use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. I'll give you the keyword of the day, and you'll get a chance to win a pair of tickets. Let's get into Texas football because Texas football is back on the field starting this morning. But on Monday, we got a chance to spend some time with the head coach, Steve Sarkisian. And one of the questions that was asked of him was more about what we saw from Will Muschamp on that opening day, being back on the field. And here's what Coach Sark had to say about Will Muschamp.
No, I think there's something about Will and his presence, and I think there's something in Will in the way that here's a guy who's been a head coach at a very high level, and when I say things in staff meetings or in a team meeting, I can trust in knowing he's going to get that message conveyed to whether it's the rest of the defensive staff or the defensive players, and I think that stands out, and you definitely feel his presence on the field. He's a heck of a coach. And so I think what we thought we were going to get, and my goal was what we were getting out of him is coming to fruition.
Leadership, man. That's what Coach Sark talked about, being able to convey messages, continue to deliver his meaning, but also being able to have someone else relay it when he steps on the field.
Well, sometimes too, you have to have somebody to be able to, when you get tired, when you're hurt, not injured, to still be able to get something out of you, to motivate you. And he's a motivator, not just a coach.
Right.
There's a difference. And when you have somebody that can do both, you tend to step up when you're a little dinged up. You step up when you're tired.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things that you and I talked about, that Texas around the board. Remember the conversation 3 years ago? Texas always had great talent, but they weren't always motivated to do more because they thought, I got recruited by Texas. Right. I won already. You got to go out and prove it. You have to. And now they're bringing in coaches around the board that are hyper competitive, that are good motivators, and have a standard and don't want you to ruin my standard.
Right.
So that's kind of what I got from that situation. Not that the other coaches or any coach that left Texas was a bad coach. There were a couple, but they brought in motivators as well as coaches.
Right. Well, and hearing a different voice at a different time can kind of change the narrative. But here it is again. There's 40 new players on this team. They're going to be hearing a different voice for the first time anyway, because you're going to hear Coach Sark, and now you're going to hear Will Muschamp. And a lot of those guys have been in a system where they're trying to understand what the coach is asking of them, what's the necessary moves that need to be made, where I need to stand, how do I position it? Because like we talked about yesterday with the running back room, everybody's run inside, outside zone, but it's called something different. So now you got to get acclimated to the new calls, the new jargon of what you're getting ready to go out and see as a player. Well, one of the things that they talked about as well is how is this defense responding to Coach Muschamp's intensity? It's early, but you know he's had some intense moments already.
I think they enjoy it. We've been pretty good on defense around here, and we're trying to go to another level with the way we play. And I think Coach Muschamp's body of work and his career somewhat speaks for itself. But he would never rest on his laurels. He's out there sweating, coaching, getting after it. And he's coaching everybody. He's coaching all 11. And the assistant coaches are responding to that. And I think the players responded to that. And so I think there's a ton of respect for, his knowledge base, his style of defense, the way we want to play. And the players are putting forth and exuding the right type of intentionality to what we're trying to do and effort and execution to try to make that happen. Now, we weren't perfect today on defense. We got work to do at all three levels. But like I said, it's a good start, and he's going to demand it. And I know the leaders in that room are going to respond to it, and the other guys will follow suit.
I think that's a great thing. Like I don't know if it's a problem, because he just said that, they didn't have a great day. There's going to be a lot of times, Hardge, where the coaches get coached up. You talk about the players being exposed to Coach Blood. When your ball screams a little bit, sometimes people tune that out. You can't do that in football.
Right.
When your coach is yelling at you, you got to look at it like, you know what, that's who he is and how he is. I need to adjust.
Right.
I need to bring my game up. I need to be less sensitive and more focused towards what he's saying rather than how he says it.
Correct.
But that's football. Football is different than any other sport. For all you rest of you coaches, if you go to football practice, you're going to see that they're different. It's not the same as playing tennis. Your coach is not going to be in your face trying to add pressure. The crowd adds pressure. In football, every snap that you take, there is pressure because of your opponent, because of the crowd, because of your coaches and their expectation. It's different sport than anything else.
Right. And so the other part of it is you heard him say we got to get better at all three levels, and he's going to be coaching all three levels. And Sark was asked about the defensive front and who is impressed thus far.
Yeah, I think a couple of the usual suspects. You talk about Hero Canoe, Alex January. I thought had a great offseason. He felt him out there today. I think Murad Watson. It looks like a different player this time than this time last year. I think Josiah Sharma, hands down, different player. And so the effort of those guys. But I mean, Lance Jackson, Colin, Zena. These guys they're going. And that's. If you want to be a great defensive football team, it starts up front. And, when you're really good up front, that takes care of a lot of issues. Linebackers aren't getting blocked. DBs don't have to cover as long, all of those things. And so starts up front. And we've got a good group, and I'm remiss I'm sure I left a few guys out there. I know I did. But it starts up front. It starts with the attitude and the effort and the fundamentals and the techniques, the striking of blocks, getting off blocks, playing with fanatical effort, and I thought those guys were off to a good start today.
But one of the biggest questions is about that young freshman, that superstar in the making, the guy that looks like he's been in college for 3-4 years is Tyler Atkinson, and he was asked about Tyler Atkinson and what he's done so far.
Very active guy. Football is very important to Tyler. He works at it. He works in the weight room. He works in the meeting room. He works in walkthroughs. He tries to apply it on the field. He's a tenacious player. Again, day one, not in pads. He's got plenty of room to grow, but he's off to a good start.
Big man on campus.
Listen, you remember when Colin Simmons came here? I told you I was over there. I walked by him and I was like, that is a big dude. What's his classification? They said he just got here last week. I was like, what? Hardge. He was like 240.
Yeah.
Like 6'3" already.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, man, this dude's gonna be a first round pick. And he will be.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a guy that when you look at him, and if you hadn't seen the images of one Tyler Atkinson, get over to Texas Football's page on Twitter and take a look at Tyler Atkinson. He is a very, very mature young man.
Who are you looking forward to seeing second year improvement from the most?
Second year improvement?
Yeah.
It's got to be Grayson Littleton. I mean, he was a freshman All-American. How good can he be? Can he be a guy that can, by the time he's done here at the University of Texas, be able to hoist a Thorpe Award? Because he's already on that path. I mean, you're a freshman All-American. They don't just give that out.
I'm going to give you mine when we come back, but like similar side of the ball. Let's just say that.
All right. Coming up next, we're just getting started here on the Morning Kickoff. Coming up next, we're going to talk Texas men's basketball after we get Mark's thoughts on who he wants to see. And, of course, we got Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman coming up at 7:34. Texas basketball handles business, and there is big, big news in the NFL. Busy day, and it's March Madness, folks, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is your voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn basketball. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening tip and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll visit with Texas head coach Sean Miller on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorns basketball, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
On 1300 The Zone.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Good morning. Southbound on 183 at I-35. Still working this accident that is blocking the right lane. Stop and go traffic from Lamar Boulevard. About a 4 to 6 minute delay so far. Slaughter Lane near Bluff Springs Road. An accident being reported there. I'm Lee Razo with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
the perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
This season, follow the Longhorns with the official LHN app. Stay connected all year with Texas original content, exclusive highlights, behind-the-scenes access, and in-depth interviews with student athletes and coaches. Catch coaches' shows, press conferences, and boost your game day with the perfect second screen experience. And don't miss Texas and OS, the innovative LHN talk show, spotlighting Longhorn student athletes beyond the game. Download the LHN app today for your all-access pass to Texas athletics.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big-name brands and your favorite local spots. Dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com. Valpak. There's definitely something in it for you.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio hosts' product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Steele Hyundai and Kyle is your destination for transparent pricing and customer value, plus the Steele Standard. We add over $1,400 in protection for free. Drive home a sleek new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SE lease for just $199 a month, or upgrade to the versatile 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE lease for only $259 a month. Plus, every new Hyundai comes backed by America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile, and owner assurance. Everything we do is driven by you. Steele Hyundai and Kyle, or SteeleHyundaiKyle.com.
The Maps app that came with your phone? It's fine if you enjoy waiting and guessing and inefficient routes. Or you could use MapQuest. MapQuest is back with live directions, real-time traffic, and faster routes. It moves when you move. Best of all, no printer needed. No paper. No more missed turns. Just you and the app. Get there fast with MapQuest. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com. MapQuest, still getting you there.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Florida State University, only on Paramount Plus.
What up, beautiful people? This is Bruno Mars. This is Romantic Radio with me.
Romantic Radio with Bruno Mars.
We are live on iHeartRadio stations, taking dedications. This is my radio show. This is Romantic Radio. So we got some callers calling in.
So you got something for me?
Do I got something for you?
Don't miss Romantic Radio with Bruno Mars in celebration of his newly released album, The Romantic.
Can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Hear it every night at 9 p.m. Eastern on the free iHeartRadio app's Love Songs Radio.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Coming up in the next segment, our guy Danny Davis of the Austin American States talks all things Texas women's basketball as he was in attendance for their championship game versus South Carolina. We'll also get his thoughts on the new agreement with Madison Booker and one Kevin Durant. 35, looking out for 35, and I think it's a match made in heaven, at least in Longhorn heaven. But, Mark, you were talking about, before we went to break, you were talking about your choice on seeing the second-year improvement. You asked me, I said Grayson Littleton. He's already a freshman All-American. Can he go to that next level to where going into his junior year, he'd be looked at as a possible Thorpe Award winner? Who are you looking at?
I'm looking at a big guy that has versatility, that can fill in and take that Ethan Burke role where sometimes you can play 2 techniques, sometimes you can play 5, sometimes you can be an end, and that's Justice Terry. He's a man-child. The things that I hear that he's doing in the gym are ridiculous. If he can apply his strength to his football acumen, Texas is going to have another Colin Simmons type player, and that doesn't bode well for any opponent.
Right.
To have 2 Colin Simmons on your team, like it's almost not fair.
Well, we hope that is what is going to happen for him. And he came in highly touted, and he was somebody that Texas really wanted to see what he can do. He played a couple plays last year, showed some glimpses of some hope, but we'll see if that can transfer from the weight room to the football field in a short period of time, because if the depth is something that's always going to be important on that defensive line and what the expectations are. Speaking of expectations, Texas men's basketball is on the road. March Madness is here, and it starts tonight for the Texas men's basketball team as they will take on Ole Miss. Texas and Ole Miss has played each other on February the 7th, and Texas got the win 79-68. Matas Vokatitis, Jordan Pope, and Tremont Mark combined for 59 of the 79 points in that game. Ole Miss is lost 11 of their last 12 going back to January the 20th. And they've lost 2 of their last 3. Texas has lost 4 of its last 5, with its lone win in those losses versus Texas A&M. So something's got to give. Texas is ready to go. They've already had their shoot around last night, and Sean Miller met with Cam Parker and the media that is there. Our guy Eric Henry is there as well. But one of the questions that was asked was about Lassina Traore, and did he make the trip, because he's been out for a while, and that is causing a lot of problems with the depth. And Coach Miller was asked about, will he be in attendance today?
He didn't. And we're at the point now with him where I don't want to be presumptuous, and we don't know what our future is, but there's obviously a real chance that he won't play again.
That's lack of depth. Wow. And he was important. He was an integral part of what Texas was doing early. He wasn't a scorer, but he was a guy that could set screens. He understood the offense, and he played great defense and could get rebounds. So not having him has 2 things: made Matas play a lot more, and it's also had Nick Cody become a guy that had to step up. Regardless of what he was doing or not doing in practice, he had to find a way to get it done and buy into the things that needed to happen for this Texas men's basketball team.
And he's had some glimpses too, speaking of Cody.
Yeah.
He's improved. Let's hope that the bright lights elevate him even more.
Yeah. This is going to be a big test for them. As I said, Ole Miss has got nothing to lose. They're pretty much going out there, and they know that this is their shot. But on the other hand, Texas still trying to find its way into the NCAA tournament. Joe Lunardi pretty much has Texas in, but you can't trust all that because there's bid stealers always that are out there. It's that time. We got tournaments that are happening right now. Teams are already getting their shot in and clinched a spot in the NCAA tournament. But Coach Miller was talking about the one game at a time message, because that's all you have nowadays.
It is.
Yeah, and I think you have to be careful with that too, because it can create, anxiety. It can create some emotion that you think is positive, but it can work against you. I think the word for us in this month is just like you want to execute. You want to execute your game plan. You want to execute on both the offense and defensive end. You want to be detailed in your approach to what we're doing, and knowing what is it that makes you a good team. You better make sure that those things are in place when you play a game in this tournament. And I think that's really all of us, really.
Execution is a big part of winning.
Yeah,
because you can have talent. If you don't run the plays correctly, teams will be able to defend them.
No doubt. And to be honest with you, Texas is pretty easy to defend. There's a lot of one-on-one basketball. There's a lot of, yes, there's some motion, there's some movement in there, because go and look at the assists. We talk about the offense and the efficiency of it and how good they are, but there's not a lot of assists that are in there.
I don't want to be one-on-one with any of those Texas offensive players. Now, when it comes to defending,
I'm attacking.
Then I'm attacking.
Right.
But, they all are good on the perimeter attacking.
Right.
And scoring. You got the newcomer of the year. And I think that Mark, for your money, is just as effective. He just defers because he's really got a point guard spirit.
He needs to stay off the ground off of every jump shot, because if you go and watch some of these games, he's trying to draw fouls, and stop trying to draw the foul and stay off the ground and be able to get back on defense, because that's how that's happening. There's transition defense because you're laying on the ground.
Right.
Stay up. Let's play basketball. Basketball is not played on the ground. You got to make sure that you're standing up and being able to get back. That's so annoying to me.
Hardge.
Man, it's annoying to me. Very annoying. You can't play on the ground. But as you start to look at this game and look at the SEC, the SEC is a game of thin margins, because you look at what Oklahoma was at one point. You look at, obviously, what Ole Miss is. The talent level on each of these teams in the SEC is not that different. It's not, to your point.
Except for Arkansas.
And goes to your point about execution.
Yeah.
You got to be able to execute on a high level, and you got to be demanding of what you're expecting. But Coach Miller was asked about the thin margins in the SEC and, of course, how it relates to Ole Miss.
Well, look, I'll start with Oklahoma. They were 1-9 at one point, but if you really looked closely in those first 10 games, there were three that literally, two of the three, it almost took a miracle on the other team's end to beat them. Missouri, for example, dribbled the length of the court and hit a three at the buzzer to win the game at home against them. So I think the same with Ole Miss. We watched them closely since our game, before our game, a game at Texas A&M. I put in that category. You alluded to really their last two, Vanderbilt at home and South Carolina at home. Very easily that could have gone their way. Our game could have gone their way. So there isn't a big difference. And, I think which leads us to we have to be at our best. Our best is, what are the things we do well that have allowed us to win? You have to bring those things to the tournament.
Who needs to play big for Texas to get a win tonight?
I really do think that Pope and Mark, they're going to have to score more, because that's kind of been the crux. You don't know who you're going to get. Some days you get Pope that's going to hit, 6 of 13.
He had 30 the other night and they lost. He had 30 the other night and they lost. But it goes back to the point. Got to play better defense. We've seen it multiple times where guys have had unbelievable nights. We saw it early. Dalen Swain had a double-double, probably his best career game, and Texas loses the game because they can't stop fouling. And those are the types of things. We talk about Bam Adebayo going to the free throw line that much and being able to execute. Texas be sending people to the line every game, so they've got to be able to play defense tonight, and I think that's the key. We'll talk a little bit more about this later, but coming up next, we're going to talk to our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman, get his thoughts on what he's seen from this Texas women's basketball team after a great regular season and SEC tournament. There's still more meat on that bone right here on a March Madness Wildin' Out Wednesday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Good morning. Got some new trouble westbound on 45 toll at FM 1325. An accident is blocking the right lane here. Stop and go traffic back to I-35. Southbound on the frontage road of I-35 at East 51st Street. A stalled vehicle here. It's blocking the left lane. I believe Raza with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Traffic signals are for bicyclists too. When on your bike, stop at red lights and stop signs. Ride with traffic. Use hand signals to turn. And make sure to ride with a light after dark. Be safe. Bike smart. A message from TxDOT.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
Join the Zone this Friday with a live broadcast starting at 2 p.m. at the Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock. A Texas-sized menu, 32 draft beers, 70 big screen TVs, and of course, the Rowdy Cowgirls. We're on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 loop. Let's get rowdy starting Friday.
The iPhone 17e, a whole lot for a lot less. It's an almighty, all-powerful A19 chip and Ceramic Shield 2, built to survive this and this. And a 48-megapixel fusion camera with 2 times optical quality zoom and next-gen portraits, and double the starting storage of iPhone 16e, and long-lasting battery life for hours of watching the studio.
That's the dream!
And it comes with Apple Intelligence, and you can charge it with USB-C or with MagSafe accessories, and a whole lot more, all for a lot less. Get the new iPhone 17e at T-Mobile today.
Victor Wembanyama, 39 points, 11 boards to lead the Spurs over the Celtics, 125-116 for their 5th straight win. Texans signed right tackle Braden Smith to a 2-year deal and signed Kaimi Fairbairn to a 2-year, $13 million extension, making him the highest paid kicker in the NFL. The Astros walk it off, beat the Orioles 7-6 in Grapefruit League play. I'm Ron Tomas.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Odoo.com.
Your business deserves tools to make you feel in control, not overwhelmed. With Odoo's all-in-one, easy-to-use platform, everything is together so you can focus on what matters. Start at Odoo.com today. That's ODOO.com.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. Tournament coverage.
Launches a 3. Got it.
NFL free agency.
Buffalo's got their quarterback, their running back. Now they've got their number one.
And the first pitch of the new baseball season.
At the wall! Oh, my goodness!
You're one tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local sports stations. Catch the latest news on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcasts. Open the free app, search sports, and listen now.
We asked kids what it took to be a dad. This is what they had to say.
A father is always present. I mean, what real father figure can you have if they're not there?
In order to be a good dad, you need to love your son. You need to put gas in your car so you don't break down in the middle of nowhere. And you need to make them breakfast. Yep.
I mean, just to maybe play like a board game with me, or to just stay home and play some video games with me. Just to do like that one little thing is what I really look forward to.
I'm not asking him to be a perfect dad, but he should try He's just a constant force in my life.
There's no other type of love like a dad's love because it's not comparable to anything else.
Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It's Wednesday, so that can only mean one thing. Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman back from South Carolina and ready to rock and roll. Danny, you got a chance to witness Texas win their first SEC championship in their second season in the SEC. Vic Schaefer has done a lot of things. He's actually won in the SEC, but for the first time for the Texas Longhorns. What was that experience like, and how excited were you to travel to Greenville?
Well, technically, this is their second SEC title. They won the regular season title last year, but this is their first SEC tournament title. Don't want to Vic calling me up to correct me on that. So,
well, he'll call me to correct me.
Get that right. But yeah, I mean, it was a cool event. There's been lots of talk about whether or not Greenville should host, and is that fair and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is, they come out to support their team. Texas fans hate talking about their past attendance issues, but we're really not that far away from, Vic pretty much having to bribe his fans to get a sellout. And that just hasn't been the case with South Carolina. They love their basketball. They come out and support it. It's a good event. The games are all attended. South Carolina fans are attending games that the Gamecocks aren't playing in. And, they really support their basketball. Greenville's a nice little city. I got to go out and, run around a little bit and kind of explore the city. It's a nice little city, and they do a good job of supporting that tournament. So Sunday, obviously with the Gamecocks playing in it, that stadium was packed. There may have been like 6 Texas fans in there because South Carolina took up all the tickets. But those Texas fans that were there were very loud, and they had a lot to cheer about. And in Texas, obviously, we saw the game. We saw what they did. And, it got kind of quiet there in the third and fourth quarter as the score was kind of solidified. But it was a fun event. I don't mind it being in Greenville. If it was in San Antonio, I don't think it'd be quite the event. Even though I know Vic was trying, politic for San Antonio to get it. I don't think it'd be the same event or the same emphasis, because Texas fans just don't travel as well as or support their team as well as South Carolina fans do. That's just the fact of the matter. That's just what it is. So,
Danny, you're an unbiased journalist. I am not. I was in the airport screaming my head off. I could not believe the intensity that Texas was playing with, and the fact that they did something that I was not used to seeing them do, because I always expect a Coach Vic team to be a Coach Vic coach team. But they played the lanes. We had Coach Vic on yesterday, and he said it, on the show that that was a part of their game plan. Did you see that up close in person?
Yeah, I mean, you say they played the lanes. I mean, they just got off to a perfect start. I mean, that's just what it was. I mean, it was 14-0. I think they made their first 7 shots. Defensively, South Carolina had 5 turnovers to 1 shot attempt before Dawn called her first time out, and it was just a perfect start. And then defensively, they were clogging up the lanes, causing turnovers. Offensively, they just didn't make too many mistakes. I mean, when your biggest mistake of the game is Bree Preston getting a little bit too excited in the second half, I mean, that's a pretty good overall game plan. And obviously, the thing with South Carolina and Texas is they've played each other enough times that they kind of know how to play each other. So I think Vic knows how to game plan for Don pretty well, and Don knows how to game plan for Vic pretty well. And Texas just executed better. That was just a perfect executed game, and that was something they were not able to do in Columbia a couple months ago, but they definitely got it done in Greenville.
So I wanted to ask you this because Vic has talked about Justice Carlton and how great of a player she is, and he's just been waiting. We talked to him about it a little bit yesterday, but she was the beginning of that game. She played at an elite level, scored 13 points in the first quarter, and Can you speak to her growth of what you've seen from Justice now that it kind of seems like she's a little bit healthier than what she was a year ago?
Yeah, I don't, there's probably not too many people outside of Justice's family who, are driving the Justice Carlton bandwagon than me. Like I've been kind of on this train since last year. And I think it's just a matter of, Justice being healthy and being a year removed from that, or 2 years removed at this point from that knee injury. B, her growing. And, I think also sometimes Vic needs to be a little bit more patient with Justice because she's prone to make a couple of mistakes that kind of make you, shake your head. And in the past, there's sometimes been a quick trigger, and there's sometimes been she picked up a foul she shouldn't have picked up. We don't see her again for 15 minutes, but we saw on Sunday what happens when she gets into a rhythm, and she's just had this run. I think I wrote about it the other day. It's these first quarters where she's just on fire. It wasn't just a South Carolina game. She did it against Oklahoma. She did it against Kentucky. She did it in the Georgia game where she, goes out and, scores 10, 12 points in the first quarter and really gets them off to a good start. And then, then they can go, start running stuff through Madison, or they can, rely on their depth. And it helps that you have a Ashton Judd, you have a Taya Sidbury behind her and some depth behind her, some experienced depth behind her. But I think, Justice is a very talented player. The country got to see it this weekend. And, she plays like this in the tournament. This Texas team is going to be very, very tough to beat because we know what we have with Madison Booker. We know what we have with Rory Harmon. If you can get that in Jordan Lee and, Kyla Oldacre, playing the way they did on Sunday. Brad Cunningham was a very understated 8-8. That this team's going to be very tough to beat.
You talked about Rory Harmon right then. Rory controlled and masterfully defended South Carolina's point guards. Do you see Rory being more of a scorer because she did in that game early? She took shots that normally we don't get to see Rory take.
Mark, you can just copy and paste my answers about this for the longest time. Like, Rory can score. We've seen it throughout her 5 years on campus. Obviously, South Carolina knows what she did to them in Vegas. She's had, a 30-point game against Baylor in a tournament. She's had, moments where her offense scored almost 30 against UCLA in Vegas earlier this season. So, she has the offensive abilities, but that's not what she's needed for on this team.
Right.
She's needed as the point guard. She's needed as the defender who's going to make the opposing teams either point guard or two guard just miserable the entire game. And if she can knock down a couple jumpers, that's icing on the cake. But when you have Madison who had the weekend that she had, and you have a player like Justice Carlton step up, and a Jordan Lee, knocking down those threes and playing the way Jordan's kind of played the last few weeks as she got out of her slump and kind of some of her issues. Rory doesn't need to score 20. Rory needs to get her 10 assists, get her 5 steals, and direct this offense. And I think her turnover numbers in Greenville were pretty low too. So that's what Texas needs from her. And if she can knock down a couple shots, I'm sure you and some Texas fans will be very, very happy.
We're talking to Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. Make sure you follow him at _Danny Davis, and make sure you follow him over at hookem.com as part of the Austin American-Statesman. Danny, I want to talk to you about the the partnership between Kevin Durant and Madison Booker and the University of Texas. Very rare that you get to see some exclusivity when it comes to college athletes. And this is big for numerous reasons, but well-deserved for Madison Booker.
Yeah, and I think some of the details still need to be ironed out, or I need to read a little bit more about it. But I think you kind of think with Madison and the relationship she has with Kevin, and just kind of, her ties to him and wearing his number and speaking so highly of him, and he's spoken highly of her and just what he's observed of her game. I think it makes sense. If Katie's going to get into, the basketball NIL game with Texas, it makes sense to go with the best basketball player on campus, and that's Madison Booker. It's, nothing over on the men's side. And, you could argue, maybe Rory's the best player, but she's going to be out of here in 3 weeks. So, Madison makes perfect sense. She's about to become a 3-time All-American whenever the AP team comes out. She's a 2-time player of the year in a conference, and generally regarded as a very special talent who's going to be in the WNBA, a top 3 pick, I guess in 2027, assuming there is still a WNBA. But she is a very, very talented player. Kevin obviously means a lot to the school. At some point, it's very possible both of their 35s are going to be retired by this university. So it just makes sense. It's a cool deal. And I'm glad that Kevin is finding a way to use his platform and use his money to get involved with the school he went to. Although he's getting something out of it too. But it's a cool deal altogether.
No doubt about it. As always, man, we thank you for taking the time today. Next week, we'll talk some more tournament time because we'll have all the information we need. You'll be getting ready to get on the road again and travel with this women's basketball team. And I understand that it is definitely worth it because you're going to be packing your bags for a while, bro, if they play like they played against South Carolina.
Hopefully I only had to go to Fort Worth, and then Texas fans can actually go and prove that they deserve to have the SEC tournament here. Because if they don't travel well to Fort Worth, there's no reason to think they travel well for the SEC tournament. So we'll see. But you get your chance, Texas fans.
You get your shot. That's right. I love it. As always, man, thank you, and I'll see you this morning at the availability.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see if you still have to go out there.
There he is, Danny Davis of the Austin
Danny
American
don't go out in the rain, man.
When we come back, Texas baseball got busy in Slam Marcus, but it was more about the Texas home runs than it was about what Slam Marcus was doing. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
I'm not going to throw my broadcast crew under the bus, but I will tell you this. Best producer I've ever worked with, Bill Harwell, carried with him a yellow flag. So if there was a penalty, he would wave it, but he would do it unobtrusively. Shipley takes off with a punt return. Bill goes into reach to pull out the flag, but it flew out of his hands right in mid-sentence there. There's a flag on the play. Yeah, the flag was on text, so it didn't matter.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Good morning. Got some new trouble westbound on 45 toll at FM 1325. An accident is blocking the right lane here. Stop-and-go traffic back to I-35. Southbound on the frontage road of I-35 at East 51st Street. A stalled vehicle here. It's blocking the left lane. I'm Lee Rizzo with a look at your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AirTasker.
Last month, I needed help with a leak. My daughter suggested AirTasker. I found a local tasker to handle the tap and even organize family photos. AirTasker is simple, secure, easy to use. Go to airtasker.com or download the app.
AirTasker. Get anything done.
There are 5 stages of bracket grief. Denial. My champion is still alive. Anger. That ref blew the call. And bargaining. If we win these next 3 games, I'm back in it. Depression. My bracket is cooked. And finally, acceptance. Sitting back with an ice cold Bud Light and just enjoying the games. Because Bud Light is the official domestic beer of Texas basketball. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
I'm here with Dan Christensen of DJC Law, Austin's largest veteran-owned personal injury law firm.
Hey, Craig, you're the best, but I got to tell you, you talk a lot.
Well, you know, it's kind of my job.
That's right. And when you do one thing for as long as you have, you get pretty good at it.
Now I feel like you're calling me old.
Just experienced.
Yeah, just like the team at DJC Law. They have over 200 years combined experience and 500 trials.
Don't forget, a 99% win rate.
That's a winning team. If you've been injured, call DJC Law 512-888-9999 and get your justice. TeamJustice.com.
Principal office, Austin, Texas.
Right now at Steel Round Rock GMC, the road to a new GMC has never been better. You get the Steel Standard, over $1,400 of protection for free, plus huge discounts, like $13,000 off 2026 GMC 1500s or $5,000 off 2026 GMC Canyons. We've also made it easier than ever to find a vehicle to fit your budget, like a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 lease for just $249 a month, because everything we do is driven by you. Steel GMC in Round Rock. GMC, we are professional grade.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers, but you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM and always on the iHeartRadio app. Now's your chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the Black Crows and Mr. Myers. All you need to do is get over to the AM 1300 iHeartRadio app. Tap that red microphone and now your chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the Black Crows and Mr. Sunday, May 17th at the Moody Center for your keyword of the day. Moody is your keyword of the day. Be listening all week long. Also listen to the Kenny Rose Show this afternoon, and you get another chance to win some more tickets. Texas baseball makes the trip down to San Marcos, and let's just say, bang, bang, they hit that thing.
Swung on and hit pretty well down the right field line, and that is hooking. It hits the chalk. That's a fair ball, and Cotton is on his way to third. Here comes the throw from Mendoza. It is in time. A look back to second in the 1-2. Borba hits one well to center field. Cotton going back. Forget about it. It's gone. 3-run home run, Casey Borba. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and this one's hit pretty well to left center field. Cotton going back, and that ball is gone. An opposite field home run for Anthony Pack Jr. Borba the pitch, swung on and hit well. If it's fair, it's gone. It's fair, it's gone. Casey Borba nearly hit it out of the softball stadium. My goodness. First pitch. Swung on and hit pretty well to left center field, and that ball is going to find the gap. Short hops the fence. 1 run scores. Robbins to third. They'll hold up there. Rodriguez, an RBI double. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and that ball is hit well to left field, and you can forget about it. Becerra, 3-run homer, and the Longhorns with a 15-4 lead. And the pitch chopped to third. Becerra up with it and in time, and that will do it in the 9th for the Longhorns. They give up a base hit, a couple of base runners, but Texas with the win. 15-4 the final score as the Longhorns improve to 16-0.
15-4, Texas goes down and handles their business. They are 16-0. And Coach Jim Schlossnagle, by the way, Casey Borba's home run, I have a blink at my house that kind of lets me know when intruders are there. There was somebody at my door, and it was Casey Borba's home run ball. I went out and got it last night, and I took a picture and I posted it. It landed. It landed. First class. First class UPS. Casey Borba, bang, bang, he hit that thing.
So I heard it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes that's the best sound.
And then this morning, I saw the video, and he actually, like, guys, so the stadiums are backed up to each other. And he hit it out of one stadium into the center field into the other stadium.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and I said, don't let this man get hot. And I said it on the telecast when I was doing the game, and he hit a home run that day. And I said, if he can get hot in the middle of this lineup with what Texas already has with Aiden Robbins, we started to see Adrian Rodriguez start to swing the bat. Ethan Mendoza didn't have his best night last night, but I know he can hit. And you're going to see some of these guys. Anthony Pack Jr., the freshman, has earned the right to be in the lineup every single day. He's showing some power. He's got 3 home runs on the year. Texas has got 30 home runs this season and has only given up 5 this year. And Coach Schlossnagle talked about the game as he and our guy Keith Moreland talked post-game.
Slosh, when you look back and look at this game, it's going to look different probably than it felt different, because every time you felt like you got separation, you couldn't really seem to put it away till late.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job in a really tough environment. It's always tough to play here. The great crowd, the mound is a real issue. It's a really, really big issue to have to adjust to. Kind of like Texas was a couple years ago.
Yeah, it sure was.
But our guys put together good at bats. Obviously, Borba had some big swings. Pack had a big swing. Walker got some big outs that we needed him to get, as did Grubsy. But yeah, it's one of those that until the very end, it felt like a 4-run game was like a 2-run game.
Yeah, but you knew, I guarantee you told the guys coming out, hey, the wind's blowing out. Yep. You knew what's going. It's going to be one of those type of games, and you jumped out early. You couldn't get that knockout blow when you really needed it.
Yeah, I mean, when we got it to 7, we felt pretty good, and then we had 2 outs and I think maybe nobody on. We had 2 outs and 2 strikes, I know, and then we hit the guy and then gave up the homer. But I mean, we're playing a good team, and yeah, it's part of the game, especially in midweek games.
All right, we're 16-0. Great start. Everything's great. Now, things start to count Friday. It's just different. I can't help but say it, but it's just different.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the level of competition is going to step up, but it's going to step up for them too.
Yes.
I mean, Ole Miss hasn't played any SEC games, and we're not bad. So, it's going to be awesome baseball. Hopefully, weather's supposed to be great. We need everybody to either use your ticket or share your ticket. We really need that. Send them to me. We'll make sure we have to get that ballpark full of Longhorns.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks
Safe
for taking
travels.
the time.
Double
Hardge,
digits once again.
Where does that power come from? He's not that big. Is it the bat speed?
Hey, it's being able, you don't have to be big to hit a baseball. You just got to be compact and ready to go. Southern Miss beat Ole Miss last night 2-1. So this is going to be a big battle coming up this weekend, and I cannot wait for it. Hour number 1 is in the books. Coming around the corner, we're going to talk NFL. Max Crosby. Wait, what? He got to go back home? Can you? We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
You know that water in our lakes is a precious resource that we can all work together as a community to save. Austin Water offers simple ways to use less and make a big impact around your home and yard. Find your watering day, explore rebates, and get more tips at austinwater.org.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit MapQuest.com.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Florida State University, only on Paramount Plus.
It's getting wild on the court, and Specs has the assist to take this tournament to a legendary new level. You know the drill. Stock up on delicious finds for every tip-off, upset, and overtime thriller. When you score savings with Specs, it's nothing but net. Don't wait for the buzzer. Run the perfect play with Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods. The lowest prices in Texas.
Las Culturistas.
Matt and Bowen have updated the rules of culture, and you are currently in violation. Catch up immediately. Search Las Culturistas on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
2 words, prostate exam. Relax. Screening starts with a simple finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. Prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate when caught at a localized or regional stage. If you're 40 or over and have a prostate, visit relaxitsabloodtest.com to see if a PSA blood test is right for you. Talk to your doctor about screening and the next steps. Sponsored by Novartis.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Searching online for a car? When you call that dealership, your first question should be, are there any extra costs to the price on your website? At Henna Chevrolet, our answer will always be no. Their answer, you don't want to know. Shop surprise fee free with Henna, where the price you see is the price you get. Absolutely no addendums ever. You deserve honesty, and that's what we run on. Together, let's drive at henna.com.
Imagine if every child learned kindness the way they learn math or reading. At kindness.org, our Learn Kind curriculum is a free science-backed K-8 social-emotional learning program designed to build self-awareness, empathy, and relationship skills through inquiry and real-world kindness. With just $25, you become a kind maker, giving 10 children access to Learn Kind and helping shape kinder classrooms across the country. It is simple, it is powerful, and it starts with you. Visit kindness.org to join the Kind Maker campaign. Teach kindness, spread kindness, become a kind maker.
Your entire sports feed all in one place with iHeartRadio. One tap away. Open the iHeart app and stream your local stations. Catch the latest on Fox Sports Radio or dive into the world's biggest sports podcast. Search sports on iHeartRadio and lock in. From the Audiovisual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Lot happened in hour number 1, but you got to get over to that podcast page once Marcus gets it posted today. If you want to catch up to Texas men's basketball, Texas football practice, which is back at it again today. Texas baseball pounds the ball against Texas State, 15-4 victory. Texas has been in double digits quite a bit. Run ruling people. Didn't get a run rule last night, but could have been because it was the bottom of the 9th. So Texas continues to roll. Big test this weekend as Ole Miss seems to be the theme, because not only does Texas basketball play Ole Miss today, Texas softball, who will take on East Texas State today, then they take on Ole Miss, and then Texas baseball takes on Ole Miss. So the Rebels are running wild when it comes to the Texas Longhorns. But somebody that is running wild in the NFL is one Max Crosby. Max Crosby, who was all intent to go to Baltimore with a trade with the Raiders and the Ravens. Well, he was there probably 48 hours, and then the news comes out that the Ravens have backed out of the trade with Max Crosby because of a medical condition that they are kind of concerned about. But Tom Pelissero talked about how other GMs have a lot of questions after that news came out yesterday.
At this point, I would say this, the reaction from other people within the NFL that I am getting is predominantly about how the Ravens pulled the rug out, regardless of what their reasoning was. This just does not happen. It has happened on multiple other occasions in the past on much smaller trades or agreements involving the Ravens. However, when you're talking about trading 2 first-round picks, this is not an unknown issue with Max Crosby. Everyone knew he had a knee injury. Everyone knew he finished on injured reserve. Everyone knew, based on Ian's reporting, that he had a meniscus surgery that was actually not just a trim, but a meniscus repair that has a longer-term type of a timeline. But that did not stop several teams from offering a first-round pick and more as part of a trade offer. It did not stop the Ravens from offering 2 first-round picks. This is not a situation where you put in a bid in an online auction, and then if you don't like the item, you return it via Amazon. This is a trade involving a superstar player in the NFL. Clearly, they came to the conclusion that there was something they were not comfortable with. And again, it does bear mentioning. 32 teams, 32 doctors, 32 degrees of risk tolerance. What one team might be willing to accept, whether it's in the draft process, a free agent signing, a trade, is something that another team might say, we're simply not going to go there. That's why every year, we're going through the pre-draft process right now, you'll hear about players having medical flags. There might be 31 teams who say, we won't pass this guy. We won't put a uniform on him. But if one team is willing to do it, then that player is going to play in the NFL. Max Crosby is a known commodity with a known injury. Clearly, something happened. He was in Baltimore today, posting on social media, obviously went through a medical process, after which the Ravens, for one reason or another, and again, to your point, we have not heard from the Ravens to this point, the Ravens decided we are not following through with this trade. It does not happen often in the NFL. It definitely does not happen at this level, this type of a blockbuster trade. Max Crosby, once again, is on the Raiders. He is right back on the trade block. Other teams, again, I will emphasize this, the Cowboys would remain interested. They were the runner-up to the Ravens. Other teams that I'm calling, I'm missing the calls right now from other teams trying to figure out what's going on because all the other pass rushers have gotten agreements. To the Ravens now, who didn't get a pass rusher, try to flip one of those players that agreed to a deal someplace else because now they need another pass rusher for that defense. There are so many different tentacles to this. We never see this happen. It is going to be a free agency frenzy that has now gone into a physical frenzy. How about that, Patrick Claybon, on a Tuesday night?
Yeah, man.
I think buyer's remorse. I think they realize, you know what, man? Like, 2 first-round draft picks, we might have stretched ourselves. How can we get out of this? Let's get the doctors involved. He already has a knee injury.
That everybody knows about.
But
like
everybody knew that he had a knee injury.
Yes.
They're acting like they discovered something that
exactly.
It's ridiculous. This is buyer's remorse. They realized that the only way that they were going to get those draft picks back is if they did this. And they pulled the card, Hardge. You just heard them say, like, you never hear at this level something like this being done. And I think that they should be looked at and maybe even stripped of one of those draft picks because of how unfair this is to Max Crosby.
Yeah, this is not a good look.
And the league.
Not a good look. But here's a doctor speaking about Max Crosby's knee and how this all went down.
Is he ready to play football today past the physical? The answer is no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I've seen the social media post where he's still got a hitch in his gait.
Mm-hmm.
Can he pass a physical to project to be healthy for the regular season? Yes, and I hope so. And that's what the Ravens are going to need to do, that the passing of the physical or not passing is dependent on the team. they can say, we understand he's got an issue, but we're going to pass him on the physical. Or they could be sticklers, I suppose, but I don't know how they didn't look at that issue before consummating the trade.
So here's the deal. Will Compton of Bussin' the Boys was talked about a situation that has happened with the Ravens in the past, and he documented it. He said in 2018, Ryan Grant signs a big deal with the Ravens. Michael Crabtree became available. They fail Ryan Grant's physical. The Ravens did. And they go out and they end up signing Crabtree. So you start to think about what's happened right now. By the way, Ryan Grant hadn't missed a game in his entire career, and they failed him to sign Crabtree. Here's the other one. They trade for Max Crosby. Trey Hendrickson, still available. Nobody signed him. Probably can get him at a lower price because now his price has changed. They fail Max Crosby's physical. They get out of the deal with the Raiders, and we'll have to see what happens. But Max Crosby now is back at the Raiders, and he's saying, I'm cool. We can stay here. I'm ready to roll. Was it the Ravens, or was it Max Crosby that's like, I don't want to be here. Y'all can send me back? Or is it more to it to where all these doctors get involved in it? The Cowboys, they know his physical. Their doctors were involved in it as well. Multiple doctors across the land. So if you start to look at this, is this a conspiracy?
This is a grassy knoll issue. Like, no,
we know how that turned out.
Nobody knows because it's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to trick this. They're trying to trick the system. They realize, okay, I didn't want to spend 2 first-round draft picks. I can get somebody for maybe 1 draft pick, or maybe I can get him for a second round and a third round. So that's they're putting, and this is damaging. This is almost like slander too. So now you're saying, oh, this guy's damaged goods. And then you go out and get all these other independent doctors to co-sign because of the situation when everybody already knew he had surgery.
Yep.
That's the thing that I feel like is the undervalued piece in this whole deal. It didn't affect him before the surgery. Before the surgery, they tried to shut him down last year, Hardge.
Right.
And what did he say? No, I'm good.
Right. I can play.
Yep. He had more pressures than any other defensive end. Injured. He didn't get the sack.
Yep.
But he had more pressures. Yeah, and then you go and do this?
Yeah.
So now what? Now, luckily enough, the Raiders have enough money to take this on. What if the Raiders they spent a lot of money after they made this trade?
Yeah.
But they just luckily had enough money to still have him on the roster. Otherwise, they would have had to waive him and get nothing for him. That would have been where I would have went to Baltimore and said, no, y'all owe me.
Yeah. That's a lot. By the way, Max Crosby just posted 17 minutes ago, 3/11/20. I'm 6 years sober. God doesn't make mistakes. Congratulations to him on his sobriety.
Yeah.
But we got to find out more on what happened.
I'm pissed off. I can't believe. I know how he's got to be angry.
Yeah. It changes a lot of perspective when you look at what's going on in Baltimore. Coming up next, what the heck is going on in the NBA? And oh yeah, Wemby is still that dude. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Do you ever feel like when you're talking, nobody is listening? Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone will listen to you.
What is on your mind? Go!
All you have to do is use the iHeartRadio app talkback feature when listening to AM 1300 The Zone.
Yo, hello, it's me. Enjoy the show.
We will get your message instantly, and we promise to listen to it.
Win access for you and 3 friends
To be at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
coming to Fox Thursday, March 26th, live from Los Angeles.
Hosted by Ludacris.
You know what time it is?
Innovator Award recipient
Miley Cyrus.
Thank you so much. With performances by
I'm Alex Warren.
Hey y'all, it's Lainey Wilson.
Ludacris.
Ray, TLC, and Vogue, Salt and Pepper, and more.
Be there as we honor the biggest stars from all genres of music that you loved listening to all year long on your favorite iHeartRadio station. Listen to us through our free iHeartRadio app.
And tap the red microphone to leave us a talkback saying the keyword iHeart Awards.
To be entered for your chance to win.
And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Local radio isn't just music, it's your community.
The voices you know, the news you trust, and the conversations that matter.
It's all on the free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio. Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
iHeartRadio.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Good morning. Got some stop-and-go traffic on I-35 northbound between 45 Southeast Toll and William Cannon. Right now, a 27 to 30-minute delay. Northbound on Mopac at Bee Caves Road, an accident is blocking the left lane. Stop-and-go traffic back to the Capital Texas Highway. I'm Lee Raza, Austin Traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This is Jim. Hello. Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Steel Hyundai and Kyle is your destination for transparent pricing and customer value, plus the Steel Standard. We add over $1,400 in protection for free. Drive home a sleek new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SE lease for just $199 a month, or upgrade to the versatile 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE lease for only $259 a month. Plus, every new Hyundai comes backed by America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile, and owner assurance. Everything we do is driven by you. Steel Hyundai and Kyle or SteelHyundaiKyle.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
Spring, summer, fall, and winter. The 4 seasons of life. What's the best one of them all? The 5th season, grilling season. Heartland Steakco has perfected grilling season no matter where you live. From their family favorites package that includes USDA choice ribeyes, strip steaks, and their famous ham balls, to their Grill Master package, which is loaded up with Iowa pork chops, premium steak burgers, and much more. Heartland Steakco brings that true Midwest flavor right to your table. Perfect for backyard barbecues, weeknight dinners, or sending gifts of great taste. They've got you covered. At Heartland Steakco, you're getting premium Midwestern meats, hand-cut, hand-picked, and delivered straight to your door. Ordering is easy at heartlandsteakco.com. And right now, when you spend $175 or more, you'll get 2 8-ounce USDA choice filet mignons with promo code FILET26. Go and get your 2 free 8-ounce filet mignons from heartlandsteakco.com. That's heartlandsteakco.com. Promo code FILET26. Taste the Heartland difference.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Phones, laptops, cars, smart speakers, even on your TV. All devices, all the time. We are everywhere you are. 1300 The Zone.
Well. We're going to definitely get into the NBA, no doubt about it. But let me just say this. You talk about it, you be about it, and I'm going to give Will Compton a lot of credit. If you missed the last segment, number one, make sure you get up to the podcast page after the show so you can get a chance to listen to it. But Will Compton of Bussin' the Boys said this yesterday. 2018, they failed a wide receiver, Ryan Grant, who played every game, no injury report. They failed him on his physical, got out of their deal, and signed Michael Crabtree because he became available. They make a trade with the Raiders with all the picks. They get out of that because of medical. Trey Hendrickson becomes available. They fail Max Crosby. They send him back. Get out of the deal in the picks, and then guess what, folks?
It is not hypothetical. It is real. The Baltimore Ravens have agreed to terms with Trey Hendrickson on a 4-year, $112 million deal. This is something that Hendrickson has been holding out for, this kind of money on a multi-year deal, the kind of security that he's wanted, the kind that a top edge can make. And he now lands with the Baltimore Ravens. Perhaps you've heard the Ravens had an agreement with Max Crosby on a trade to bring in one of the top edge rushers in the NFL while also giving up 2 first-round picks. That trade is now off. The Baltimore Ravens worked incredibly quickly to get in the mix, Tom, for Trey Hendrickson. Crosby out, Hendrickson in. They solidify the edge with a huge payday, and Hendrickson himself lands in an absolutely perfect spot.
Unbelievable how this has all gone down. And just like that, the Baltimore Ravens, if I'm the owners at these owners meetings that are coming up, we're going to have a serious conversation about how this all came about and how can you flip the market like that quickly to where there's no harm, no foul. There's definitely harm and there's definitely foul play when it comes to this.
There is 100%. And I want their draft picks taken away. They offered 2 draft picks. The next 2 draft picks they have should not go to them. They should not be allowed to have draft picks for 2 years.
Man, it's
I'm that's the only thing that I want. I'm listen. It wasn't fair. There was no money changed hands. You can't do nothing. But draft picks, the league should step in right now and say, listen, you knew that he had surgery. And you knew when he had surgery, and he's not 100%.
No.
You made the agreement. And now you renege on the deal. The next 2 draft picks that are coming up are gone.
Yeah, it is really, really hard to believe that this is where we are right now, where they have flipped the league on its head by doing what Will Compton, well played, sir, well played.
Very good investigative
because
reporting.
You knew the history behind what they do, and now we get a chance to see
and now
it live.
Cosby is in flux. It's not like
no, he's back. He's on there.
Back with the Raiders.
Yeah,
but you can't trade him for what he was wanting before because of all of this trouble.
Yeah,
you got to wait till he's healthy and then make a deal, but that won't be till next year.
Yep. It's buyer's remorse, as we talked about. I mean, it's what it is.
I feel bad for the dude. That's just unfair.
I think Max is going to be okay. I mean, he ain't going to be broke, and he's going to he's going to play. I mean, I think what the Raiders have done thus far is going to be outstanding. They've done great work to try to build that organization back up. They got a new coach. They lose 2 draft picks, but they still got picks, and they're going to be able to sign some more free agents. They'll find a way to get it done. But yeah, this is just bad all the way around. And I hope, like to your point, they get fined, they get crucified when it comes to the media and what goes on with it. Look, I understand business, and all business ain't fair business, and you got to do what's best for your organization. And that's what they decided to do. But it just leaves a bad look because what's-the-name just renegotiated his contract. He restructured his deal, Lamar Jackson, yesterday, for them to clear up money.
This is going to work out for the Raiders, come to think of it, because not only you get bringing in all this young talent, now you got an angry, motivated Max Crosby.
Yep.
And the Ravens are so lucky that they won't be on the schedule next year.
Yep.
Because, yeah, that would be a game to see from Max Crosby.
Unreal. Well,
also the Raiders, excuse me, the Raiders should be angry because they had already said that they were going to use those picks to leverage in this draft to make their team better. So there were players that they had targeted to use the picks for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just think this is unfair to Max Crosby. It's unfair for the Raiders, and the Ravens end up getting what they wanted.
Right.
And no harm, no foul to them. They're like, all right, see you suckers.
Unbelievable.
Nothing, no tarnishment, nothing.
They pulled a 1, 2, 3, no backsies.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
God.
I mean, that is wild to me. You know what else is wild to me? Not only Wemby, but also the Bam Adebayo situation. Bam Adebayo goes out, scores 83 points. Now he is second to Wilt Chamberlain and in front of one Kobe Bryant. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points. Nobody's ever seen it. But Kobe had 81. But there's a mockery when it comes to what's going on in the NBA, and a lot of folks are not happy about what Bam Adebayo was able to do yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, first thing you think is how, because of, not because of him, but because of the way he plays, and I saw only made 6 threes, but 40 free throws or something like that. Tells the story right there. And the Washington Wizards.
Because you put 81, and you should have, okay, right now you're averaging about 8. Yeah, you're averaging 18. Yeah, after the 81 carried. So you're going to average 21.
43 shots, 43 free throws. I'm like, and then I saw some highlights. If y'all noticed when the show came back, I was looking at the highlights of Bam. I'm like, let me just say this: 83 points is impressive. But it gets to a point where you have to respect the game. And I think there was moments in this game where it was not respected, but still though, 83 points is a lot. I appreciate the effort. And it's going to go down as, second most of the game. But it's like you always say on certain things, just have an asterisk by it. I'm putting an asterisk by this. But it's still a lot. I'm not taking away from anything, Bam. It's a lot.
But man, this was a hilarious exhibition of hideous basketball against the Washington no, not the Generals, the Lizards, my bad. I don't want to disrespect them. The Lizards, the blatantly tanking, deserve to be humiliated Washington Lizards. But goodness sakes, I mean, I get it. Bam's your guy. He's got a chance to chase some history. But you're up 20-something, intentionally fouling to extend the game with minutes left. You are he's jacking up threes while being triple teamed. I mean, it honestly was just awful, hideous, disgusting basketball down the stretch that I admit I was cracking up laughing while watching, but I never, ever, 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 ever want to hear about heat culture and professionalism and all that crap again, because that was the most blatant stat chasing I've ever seen. That honestly is the worst stat chasing since Ricky Davis tried to get a rebound on the wrong basket to get a triple-double.
So we had Udoka first, then we had Gilbert Arenas.
And then we had Tim McMahon right there.
Yeah, Robert Horry too.
Robert Horry.
Yeah.
Like everybody is against this. listen, sometimes stat chasing is okay. I thought that once you get close, I mean, if you get 50 points, 60 points, then you want to say, you know what, man? Like, let's make history. We're going to win the game. It's the Wizards. Let's go ahead and go for 80. You don't like it?
No, because let me tell you why I don't like it. Because people tried to poo-poo on what Russell Westbrook did when he had all those triple doubles. They were like, no, he's a stat chaser. He don't even care if they win or lose and this, that, and the other. But what's the difference? Russell Westbrook is a beast, and he cares about playing the entire game. I'm looking at Bam Adebayo, 43 free throws. He only got 9 rebounds. What in the world are we doing? What are we doing?
It's hard to shoot 36 of 50.
36 of 43.
Of 43.
Yeah, that's great. That's great numbers. You can't do that at practice. But that's what that was. That was practice. That shouldn't go on your record. Because
God.
They were playing the Washington Generals.
He called them the
Wizards.
He called them the Lizards.
When we come back, we'll have the world's strongest man giving you his world's strongest take. And I'm
my
hopeful
Lord.
that it's about this. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Big delays right now on Mopac going northbound at Bee Caves Road. An accident here is blocking the 2 left lanes. Stop and go traffic back to Highway 290. So far, a 46-minute delay. Also, 71 westbound at Thornberry Road. An accident reported there. I'm Lee Raza, Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Texas Department of Transportation. Texas roads are big enough to share. Drivers, do your part to help make sure everyone arrives home safely. Stay alert, stop for pedestrians at crosswalks, yield when turning, and watch your speed. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
Right now at Steel Round Rock GMC, the road to a new GMC has never been better. You get the Steel Standard, over $1,400 of protection for free, plus huge discounts, like $13,000 off 2026 GMC 1500s or $5,000 off 2026 GMC Canyons. We've also made it easier than ever to find a vehicle to fit your budget, like a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 lease for just $249 a month, because everything we do is driven by you. Steel GMC in Round Rock. GMC, we are professional grade.
Your ticket to big savings is that big blue envelope in your mailbox. Valpak. It's brimming with deals from big name brands and your favorite local spots. Dining, services, stuff you're already buying, all for less. And you could score $100 or other instant prizes just for opening it. Or save even faster with mobile coupons you can use right now at Valpak.com. Valpak. There's definitely something in it for you.
Imagine if every child learned kindness the way they learn math or reading. At kindness.org, our Learn Kind curriculum is a free science-backed K-8 social-emotional learning program designed to build self-awareness, empathy, and relationship skills through inquiry and real-world kindness. With just $25, you become a kind maker, giving 10 children access to Learn Kind and helping shape kinder classrooms across the country. It is simple, it is powerful, and it starts with you. Visit kindness.org to join the Kind Maker campaign. Teach kindness, spread kindness, become a kind maker.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Even if you've given up on your New Year's resolutions, one health habit that's easy to keep is Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver protects your liver so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Online at Amazon, in stores at CVS, Walgreens, and now GNC.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem. Because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity. And you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. The Gator XUV, built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a deer.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather. Thunderstorms this morning will make way for sunshine this afternoon. A high of 78 for your Wednesday. Clear tonight, a low of 45. Thursday, sunshine, a high in the upper 60s.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Always running out of hot water? You can count on Abacus to help. Get a 40 to 50-gallon water heater for just $22.99 with warranty and zero down financing, as low as $36.33 a month. Call or visit abacusplumbing.com today. M20628.
I'm Daniel Jeremiah.
And I am Greg Rosenthal.
I know that, Greg. We're teaming up on 40s and Free Agents, the podcast that owns the NFL offseason.
This is where teams are built. Free agency, the combine, pro days, trades. Every move matters.
From my draft boards and mock drafts
to my vaunted top 101 free agents and how rosters come together.
Quarterback movement,
surprise signings.
We'll tell you what it means and who really wins. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search 40s and Free Agents, and listen now.
Texas women's basketball plays here.
He is a WWE Hall of Famer. He is recognized as one of the world's strongest men. But he's also here on the Morning Kickoff. He's the WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry. And here is his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella. All right.
It's time for the world's strongest by the world's strongest man. August. Back then, they didn't know me. Now they got my voice. They all want me. Guys, another of the world's strongest state. And it's brought to you by Roddy Cowboy. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to Friday, Hardge. I am looking so forward to going to a new location, the best sports bar in Austin, Texas.
Baby.
Let's go. All right. Well, I can't say that I don't lean toward the negative on these takes, but it's because it's more interesting. Just put it in that shell. Zion Williamson. Yeah, he's still in the NBA. And I know you'll say, well, man, I haven't heard his name in a long time. There's a reason for that. Zion Williamson, highly heralded player. Everybody thought that he was going to be the next Shaquille O'Neal, that he would be a guy that averaged 25 to 30 points and 10 rebounds. And, you know, he had all these unbelievable block shots. And we haven't got that. And the main reason that we haven't gotten it is because he rarely plays. He played 20-odd games his first year, 20-odd games his second year. He didn't play at all his third year. His fourth year, he came back. He played a little bit. When are we going to make the decision on whether or not Zion Williamson is a bust? He's only played 70 games once in his career. He's played 259 games. Hard, you know how many games he missed?
How many?
275. Now, there are outstanding players that had careers where they didn't live up because of injuries. Derrick Rose, he was MVP, right? He had 2 torn ACLs. He could never stay on the floor. Bill Walton, unbelievable talent. A lot of chronic injuries, never really could stay on the floor. Greg Oden just sucked. Yao Ming broke both his feet. And a lot of people don't realize Yao Ming was great. But Yao Ming was so heavy that he broke his feet running. I mean, he was 400 pounds. And trying to run up and down the floor for 82 games, it just wore him down. And then you had Tracy McGrady and Grant Hill. And Zion's name, I don't think even should be in the range of those guys. They both are Hall of Famers. So you really can't put Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady on that list because they actually played several seasons where they played plus 70 games and are in the Hall of Fame. But we cannot mention Zion Williamson as a bust, but or should we? What say you?
I mean, he's still young. He's not old.
No, he's 27.
Yeah, so he still has time to be able
I'll give him 3 years. These next 3 seasons, he's got to play at least 50 games in all 3 seasons. Hardge, 35 times he's been on the injury list.
Mm-hmm.
And you know on the injury list, when you go on the injury list, you got to miss a minimum of 10 games.
Yeah.
He's averaged 5 a season in his career. He's averaged being out 50 games.
Yeah.
Every season. That's just and listen, Lindsey Hunter has done a great job of getting Joe Dumars. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Lindsey Hunter, you went way back.
Always mixed that. I don't know why.
You went way back on that one.
But Joe Dumars is doing a good job of getting that organization in order.
Mm-hmm.
And the weight came off. Zion Williamson is the lowest he ever been. He's 250 pounds. He was playing close to 300 his first 3 years.
Right.
So, he's doing better, but he's still injured. They got to do something hard.
Well, here's the deal with me. I mean, as they continue to look at him and look at what he has going on, do you firmly believe that he is the reason or the problem with what's going on with this team? Because this team is just bad, period.
He was supposed to be the answer.
There were a lot of players. Don't forget, they had Anthony Davis, too. They've had players. They've made room.
They lead the league in the street clothes assassins. Back-to-back stars.
Yeah.
They should be models.
Yeah.
Because they always wear street clothes.
They get a chance to really shine when it comes to that right there. Back then, they didn't know you, but now you're hot. They all own you. There he is, calling out Zion Williamson, even though that man is trying his best. I seen an interview. He's trying his best to be back, Mark. Stop the hate on him, man.
Listen, I'm trying my best to lose some more weight, but all I can think about is eating.
When we come back, we'll talk about the World Baseball Classic. What in the world is going on with the baseball team? The coach put his foot in his mouth, and now people want to punch him in it right here on the Morning Kickoff.
Oh, my God.
On Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
voice of the Horns. Greg Way on 1300 The Zone. Weekdays at 2.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeartCountry Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Big delays right now on Mopac going northbound at Bee Caves Road. An accident here is blocking the two left lanes. Stop and go traffic back to Highway 290. So far, a 46-minute delay. Also, 71 westbound at Thornberry Road. An accident reported there. I'm Lee Raza, Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hardge here, and it's March Madness at Cover Ford Hutto. This month, the savings are heating up, and the competition doesn't stand a chance. Right now, score $13,991 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 Lightning Flash. Or drive away with a slam dunk and save $11,583 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. See dealer for details. Get championship-level trucks and SUVs backed by the legendary Covert Family Service. That's Covert Ford Hutto right off of 79 in Hutto. CovertFordHutto.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Join the Zone this Friday with a live broadcast starting at 2 p.m. at the Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock. A Texas-sized menu, 32 draft beers, 70 big screen TVs, and of course, the Rowdy Cowgirls. We're on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 loop. Let's get rowdy starting Friday.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TODAY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TODAY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Meet iPhone 17e. A whole lot for a lot less. With an almighty, all-powerful A19 chip and Ceramic Shield 2 built to survive this and this. And a 48-megapixel fusion camera with 2x optical quality zoom and next-gen portraits. And double the starting storage of iPhone 16e and long-lasting battery life for hours of watching the studio.
That's the dream!
And it comes with Apple Intelligence, and you can charge it with USB-C or with MagSafe accessories and a whole lot more, all for a lot less. Get the new iPhone 17e at AT&T today.
It's getting wild on the court, and Specs has the assist to take this tournament to a legendary new level. You know the drill. Stock up on delicious finds for every tip-off, upset, and overtime thriller. When you score savings with Specs, it's nothing but net. Don't wait for the buzzer. Run the perfect play with Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods. The lowest prices in Texas.
Shop Specs!
Texas Stars fans, your new favorite debit card has arrived. Introducing the official Texas Stars debit card from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. With perks like discounted tickets, a preseason meet and greet, and more. Order your Texas Stars debit card by March 31st, and you could win 4 club-level tickets to the April 17th game. Open an ATFCU True Checking or True Earnings checking account and add your card today. Visit atfcu.org/Texas Stars to learn more. See terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Texas. Again, today you'll get a chance to with some of the players, and we'll have all of that brought to you this afternoon on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Make sure you stay locked in all day long. As coming up next, you have Dan Patrick, followed by Kyle Hearn. I'm sure they're going to have a lot to talk about when it comes to the NFL, all the moves that are made. And, of course, you got to stay locked in to the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, and, of course, Jeff Herman will be there. Followed by BK and Bucky. Bucky BK starting at 5 o'clock. Mark, you mentioned it. We will be out at Rowdy Cowboy this Friday doing the show. We'll do our show in the morning time, but then we'll do a special show from Rowdy Cowboy up there, their brand new location, grand opening, getting ready for March Madness. That show will start at 2 o'clock.
70 TVs.
Yes, depending on what happens with the Texas men's basketball team as they are on the court tonight, taking on Ole Miss. Chris Beard will want nothing more than to beat the Texas Longhorns and knock them out of the SEC tournament. Speaking of getting knocked out, I think Mark DeRosa, the head coach of the manager, of the USA team in the World Baseball Classic, they end up getting beat last night by Italy. And now, unpopular to his beliefs and his thoughts, they on the verge of being eliminated from the World Baseball Classic. But if you ask Mark, he thought they were in.
You got 9 bodies ready to roll today, I would imagine.
Absolutely. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to get some guys off their feet, no question about it. I'd like to get Goldie a start. And, he has been awesome, just a leader of men behind the scenes with Aaron Judge. I'd like to get him in there. I'd like to get Gunnar in there again. Ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow. So the way the schedule lines up, this is an important game for us. Nolan McClain will start. He's on the bump and he's good to go. He's an absolute beast, and I expect him to throw the heck out of it.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Judge swings and misses, and Italy has pulled off a stunner. The biggest win in Italian baseball history. They shocked the United States 8-6. And would you believe that the Dream Team's hopes now rest in the hands of a baseball team from Italy?
Yeah, I misspoke. I was on hot stove with a couple buddies today and completely misread the calculations. We knew that Mexico was going to play Italy and then running all the numbers with if we lost tonight with the runs allowed and runs scored and outs. So I just misspoke.
Come on, man.
I'm just speechless.
So here's the scenario for Pool B. Italy wins today against Mexico. Italy and the USA will advance. If Mexico wins by 5 runs or more, Mexico and the USA advances. Mexico wins but scores fewer than 4 runs. Mexico and Italy advances. So see what had happened was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That
What's
game,
his name again? I might have to go
DeRosa.
pay him a visit.
Mark DeRosa, former big leaguer. He's on Hot
He
Stove.
probably
He's
got
on
one of those
MM.
ring cameras. He ain't gonna answer.
Nah, yeah. Well, just throw a baseball up there.
You
and
need to give him a talk.
On the car ride home, all I need to hear is
he should try.
Oh my goodness.
My gosh.
Oh.
This dude right here, man.
Yeah.
Like, why do you just not coach to win or manage to win every time? Be resting people? What's wrong with him?
Exactly. It's you play to win the game.
Can we send Herm Edwards rather than him?
I think Herm he don't even want to look at him. He's like Michael Irvin to him right now. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God, I can't believe this, man.
Yes. So now we have to watch Italy play tonight against Mexico. And this is a problem for a lot of people because the game.
What's the easiest thing we should be praying for?
Well, we got it. Rain.
Fool, I'm talking about the game.
Well,
do we need Mexico to score 5 runs and win?
Yeah.
Or do we need Italy?
They need to win by more than 5 runs. Actually, what we need to simplify it, Italy to win against Mexico, period. That's
okay.
it.
Then
that's the simplest thing right there. Italy wins, USA is in. But now Mark DeRosa is already packing his bags because he's going to have to leave the country because the USA is not happy with him. But he's not the only one. Also tonight, Texas softball, they will be playing East Texas A&M. Don't know what that means, but East Texas A&M will be here taking on the Texas.
After last night, Italy doing their thing. I ain't running nobody down.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Don't do that.
Yeah, and then Texas will be taking on Ole Miss tonight in basketball. Texas men it's an important matchup for them as they get ready for this win, and they try to get things done. But he talked about the margins in the SEC and how it relates to Ole Miss.
Well, look, I'll start with Oklahoma. They were 1-9 at one point, but if you really looked closely in those first 10 games, there were 3 that literally, 2 of the 3, it almost took a miracle on the other team's end to beat them. You know, Missouri, for example, dribbled the length of the court and hit a 3 at the buzzer to win the game at home against them. So I think the same with Ole Miss. We've watched them closely since our game, before our game, a game at Texas A&M I put in that category. You alluded to really their last 2, Vanderbilt at home and South Carolina at home. Very easily that could have gone their way. Our game could have gone their way. So there isn't a big difference. And, I think which leads us to we have to be at our best. Our best is, what are the things we do well that have allowed us to win? You have to bring those things to the tournament.
A lot going on tonight when it comes to athletics and, of course, the Texas men's basketball team. First and foremost, you can hear all the action starting at 5:30 right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. But if you're out and about, as I've told you before, keep that phone with you. Download that iHeartRadio app, and you can find the game there. You can also find Mark Henry, myself, and Marcus as we bring you the best in infotainment. Dan Patrick up next, Colin Cowherd, Craig Way Show, and Bucky and BK round out your day. And, of course, Texas men's basketball. For Mark, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, folks, don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations. Today's home electronics can be a bit daunting. My company has spent the last 38 years making sure they are not. We carry all major brands of television and stereo equipment at prices you can't find in stores, and you don't have to leave your house. We come to you. I believe in having fun and